What is going on, true believers? Bitcoin, is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? I mean, we don't know right now, but I'm going to show you a little bit of data to tell you that I think we are about to have a big upside move, and that the shakeout, while we might still get a double bounce, is basically over. Although, if you don't like the way the election is going, you're going to tell everybody, oh no, we're going to zero, baby, because you don't like what's happening in that market. No big deal. But we're going to talk about ONDO because ONDO had a breakout. We're going to talk about DOOGLE because DOOGLE had a breakout. We're going to talk about Ronin because it just got hacked for $10 million on the Ronin bridge. Also, Martin Shkreli, the pharma bro who jacked up the price of your insulin to try to kill everybody. Guess what? That crypto dumped 90% not 2 days ago, but last night. And then finally, Coinbase analyst is suggesting that there is a short squeeze on the horizon. For anybody who doesn't know, Kamala Harris picked Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. I don't know what that means. He's not a crypto bro, so it doesn't really matter to me, in that context. So if you need to know that, now you know that. This is not financial advice, but like Louis Armstrong played the trumpet, I'll hit that bone and break you off something.
It's your boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 I'm always right.
All right, so good morning to everybody. I hope you're having a good day. I hope that you're liking the recovery that you're getting right now. I want to go back and I want to say that, if you haven't already, at least consider some of the things that I've been telling you. I'm not telling you to listen to me for financial advice. What I'm telling you is that I think that there are tools that you could be using to do a really good job on your own of managing this process. The most predominant of them, fear and greed index. It looks like that's the greatest thing. Also, RSI when it's below 30 and above 70. So, you know what I mean? Wild stuff happening here. Now, and also, just so you guys know, somebody heard something. I don't know what that is. Tim Walz, who... old white socialist dude no one heard of from a nobody state. Trump just went up 5 more points. Okay. I mean, if you say so. But he's a governor in a swing state, which means that swing state probably swings back to Kamala Harris because of that. And she doesn't need to win. She doesn't need to live to. When you look at a map of who's voting, then you see this ridiculous, like super red, all of the country is voting for this person. Yeah, empty land doesn't vote. Populations vote. And when you break it down by population, when you break it down by population, then that is entirely different. And when you have somebody who says stuff like, it not swing state, I'm told that the swing states, there are 13. There are 13 swing states. And they are Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Minnesota, Arizona, Georgia, Virginia, Florida, Michigan, Nevada, Colorado, North Carolina, and Maine. So when you tell me it's not a swing state, yes, it is. So it might vote a specific way for a period of time. You know what I mean? But you could not have voted for Kamala. She hasn't run. You know what I mean? So quit crying, baby. Sound like a little bitch. All right, so let's get into the important part of the news. Kamala Harris has taken an even bigger lead in the polls. I'm just kidding. That's not really the news. I just want to make bitches, bitch. Bitcoin futures open interest sees the largest drop in 2 years amid market volatility. So we saw this really big move to the downside over the last couple of days. And there are a couple of driving influences to it. We're not going to stay on Bitcoin very long today because we got a lot to cover. But the open interest has plummeted to a place that we have not seen in a month. So when you hear these people tell you all of these bad things about crypto, then it's not real. It's 100% not real. With a quick look, Bitcoin is at $56,000 right now. The last time we had dipped down to $56,000 was July 8th. July, maybe July. No, we're at that point, July 8th. So these are prices that we haven't seen in a few days. Holy shit. So when you're reactionary about it, then it's ridiculous. But what we did get, fortunately, was a pretty good idea of what the positions are. Now, here's the thing. This could be a false rally. We could still be looking at some massive downward sort of pressure. And the reason for that is because, by the way, one of the things that we did see was there was a CME futures gap around 53,000 and it got filled. So that's why people are suddenly looking at it like, oh, wow, now we're on the move back up. And it could be that we are on the way back up. When you see a massive wick like this, then you are looking at some very big buy pressure. So you see this right here. The last time we got a wick this strong, which, I mean, this is not as strong, but it's very close to it. That led to this spike and rally back up to the top of this channel. Now, let's take this out here. And what I said was, if we do this right here, and now it's going to pump up over here to this range. By the way, if you haven't already, you should follow Dr. Profit. Dr. Profit is one of those super smart guys in the crypto space. And what did Dr. Profit say this morning, which I just shared with you on Twitter? He said, after this bounce, the next step is 68,000. And mostly he quoted Believes. And he was like, because Believes said that this is what's happening right now. So, biatches, one of the big time analysts is now coming in hot saying, hey, this is what's going on. Now, let's also say, since I came on live, we were up 50 billion in the market. We're up 30 billion. So if you don't think I'm a market mover, the goddamn market is moving, baby. We're up $83 billion on the day. Bitcoin is now over 56,000. Ethereum is up to 2,521. Solana is up 10% on the day. Myro up 15. Pepe up 11. With we're having a big kind of a breakout. Now, is this the kickoff to an altcoin season or anything? I don't think so. I think we're still, I think we're still kind of meandering, if you will. And there's more data to this other than the open interest dropping, because here's the other piece with Bitcoin. Janet Yellen. This week, we learned that the U.S. Secretary's new estimates for its Treasury General account balances, the TGA, is an important component for net Fed liquidity. Liquidity is drained from markets as the TGA balance increases, and liquidity is injected into markets as the TGA balance decreases. This week's quarterly refunding shows the balance estimate will be 850 billion, and the new balance estimate for the end of quarter four is going to be 700 billion, which means that they are injecting billions of dollars. If the estimate is correct, there is a liquidity drain of around 85 billion from current levels through quarter three, followed by a liquidity injection of 150 billion through quarter four. But I think there's good reason to believe the TGA balance might end with a lower estimate at that point, because not only are we looking at this, but we're also looking at the potential right now for a Fed rate cut. So with a Fed rate cut on the table, then what we could be looking at is an explosive sort of move. And by the way, just because we cut the Fed rate doesn't mean that the markets are going to absolutely send. Historically, when we have a Fed rate cut, the first thing that happens is a nice dip as people try to examine their position and shock people out of position. So we could see something like that, but long term it would be very bullish. And what this really does is it allows the people, the market makers, it allows them to borrow money cheaper in order to continue pumping markets. They continue to borrow. Look, they'll go out and they'll borrow $1 billion from a lender, and then they'll put $1 billion in the market, and they're getting it at a low interest rate. And the lower that interest rate, the more money they're able to borrow, and the more risk they're willing to take. It's basically just a transactional sort of situation in which we could see a massive move coming. Now, put all that kind of stuff together, and by the way, I did have a conversation yesterday. Spoiler alert: if you're a cuck, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it at all. You're not gonna like it at all. You're gonna be mad as fuck about it because you're not gonna like it. You know why? Because you're not gonna like it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna. I mean, you might like it. You're not gonna like it. By the way, in case you didn't, Donald Trump was on Aiden Ross. Is that right? Is his name Aiden Ross? Yeah. Aiden Ross. Here's Aiden Ross sniffing the chair of some female guest who was on his show. Also, if you want to search for it, Aiden Ross actually sniffed the chair on camera of Andrew Tate when Andrew Tate was around. And kind of wild that happened. But anyway, my boy Fitty, for those of you that don't know, I know Fitty.eth. He's a broski, if you will. And by the way, this is Dr. Profit, I think right here. Yeah. Dr. Profit, his idea here is that the next spot, 68,200. So he's telling you exactly what I've been telling you. This is what's getting ready to happen. So he was a little bit late telling, but that's okay. You know what I mean? Also, I don't know who you're voting for, but are you voting for Kamala or not? I mean, you know what I mean? Oh God, I kill myself. But the important thing was there was a moment here where it was crazy. Okay, this is, by the way, Fitty said, if you really like the market's going to collapse. He said, this is just a glimpse of what Kamala Harris will do to America, which is entirely stupid to think that a person is going to move the market like that. These are the Trump years. Nice little rip here. Of course, that was he came in during a bull run. Biden came in towards the end of a bull run. So this, I haven't even closed this yet because we probably got more upside. This box going to go up here into where this blue line is. So, you know what I mean? This is, the Biden years have been higher than the Trump years for Bitcoin. So kind of wild, isn't it? To know that, you don't need a president in order to make shit happen. It happens no matter what. And the point to that is just basically, you can like Donald Trump, vote for Donald Trump. I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. I don't give a shit. I would prefer the most pro crypto candidate that there is. And at this point, Kamala Harris done nothing to make me think that she's going to be a pro crypto candidate. Now, I do know that she's reached out to people, but I don't care. Biden approved the Bitcoin ETFs. Biden approved the Ethereum ETFs. And I know some heads are exploding right now. Like, how could you be saying that? That's not true. Donald Trump approved them all the way back in 2019, bro. They just didn't really open up. And he's also really in charge. Whatever the fuck you say. Whatever QAnon tells you to say. Fix your brain. It's not working. But anyway, so the Biden years have been better for crypto than the Trump years. Because we've never seen prices like this. We've never seen market caps like this. It's been fantastic. And if you were to say, well, you know what? I don't believe that. That's bullshit. That's not true. I don't like that because I don't like the facts are not. So no, bro. Well, here's the stock market since Joe Biden took over. Joe Biden took over. I mean, it was January of 20, right? It was January. It was right here. What the market's done since then just continues to soar. So it doesn't matter who's in charge. It doesn't matter. Vote for whoever the fuck you want. It has no bearing on anything. So whether or not Joe Biden comes back from the dead and inhabits the body of Kamala, or Donald Trump becomes president and dies because he's the oldest person to ever run for president. Like, oh my God, like how old do you have to be for MAGA to be like, yeah, he seems very young and vibrant? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is you in your neighborhood. What matters is your safety, your comfort in your neighborhood. This federal stuff, it doesn't matter. The market's going to do what the market's going to do. It'll be better under Donald Trump than it will be under Kamala Harris. I will tell you that. It will be better because Donald Trump he'll do more to cut taxes and make it favorable for rich people to continue getting richer. So there you go. That's the easy way. Is by adding money into the market. And so that's going to be your best option. That's the best option for crypto. That's the best option for the stock market. Best option for everything. But here we are under President Joe Biden, up $100 billion now on our day in cryptocurrency. And it's happening without Donald Trump being involved. In fact, when Donald Trump took the stage for Bitcoin, here's the hard truth. Here's the hard truth. It's going to suck for you. Trust me, you're going to hate it. This is the market since Donald Trump went on stage right here. That's it right there. Down, just down. And by the way, that's not because here's what happened. Today, I listened to the CEO of BitGet or Bitwise or BitGet. Yeah. I listened to the CEO of BitGet in an interview, and you know what she said? Donald Trump came on stage, which was very great he came on the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville, and he came on stage and he started talking, and he said words, but he didn't say anything substantive. He just said, hot button phrases and stuff like that, which is why crypto dumped. He didn't do anything he didn't make anything, he's not making anything great at this point, not in crypto. He's gonna have to be in charge. By the way, he'd have to be in charge in order to do that. But he just talked about, fire Gary Gensler. We know that. I mean, you got to do that anyway because it's a transition. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? John Doe says wrong beliefs. That's what happened when Kamala took the stage. You're wrong. That's right. Kamala didn't take the stage. She didn't want to be responsible for this dip. Donald Trump decided he wanted to be. You know what I mean? And I love the fact that it triggers you guys. I just, for some reason that just makes me go. So, I mean, that's all I can say. So anyway, let's get back to what really matters. And what really matters is the Donald J. Trump theme token. So guys, in case you didn't know, Barron Trump is a crook, just like his dad. Can I say that? You know what I mean? Can I say that? Can I say that? Can I say that, that Barron is a crook? Because that's what Martin Shkreli, whatever is it, you know what I mean? Whatever it is that his name is, Martin Shkreli says a single wallet sold $2 million worth of tokens earlier on DJT. Now, if you guys remember, I told you to buy MAGA. You said, no, I'm going to buy DJT, man, because that's like the official Trump token. And so what happened was it was at a market cap of 55 million. Now it's at a market cap of 2 million. Why? Because the main wallet that holds 20% of the supply sold 2 million instantly. And guess what? Someone nuked the entire project, and then this happened. Martin Shkreli says, no, I helped make it with understand it was the official Trump token, not that this would happen. So what he said was, it's all Barron, bro. Barron Trump stealing money from you guys. How could you vote for his father if he's a criminal? Remember, we can't vote for Hunter Biden because Hunter Biden is a criminal, right? We can't vote for Joe Biden because Hunter's a criminal, right? Wink, wink. Well, if Barron Trump just stole $2 million from crypto investors, we can't vote for Donald, right? You see how crazy and how stupid that is? Vote however you want. Vote however you want. And stop being manipulated by stupidity and start being manipulated by just whatever facts you decide that you like. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter who you vote for. You know why? Still pumps. So at this point, now here's my take on this. Martin Shkreli, I'm sure, did this. Martin Shkreli appeared to blame Barron Trump for Tuesday's price drop. He repeatedly claimed he did not hold any DJT tokens and did not share access to the private keys that controlled its liquidity pools. Ask Barron, I don't have the keys or any tokens, he claimed in an X post when asked for comment alongside a graph showing the token's price drop. I helped make it with the understand it was the official Trump token, not that this would happen. Now, what does that mean? That means he did it. That means he did it. You know what I mean? So I'm sure Martin Shkreli is the guy behind it, and I'm sure we're going to find out. Farmer Bro, he's going down all over again, and it couldn't happen to a better person. Now, in the event that that's not the case, then Barron Trump stole $2 million. So you better not vote for his dad, because again, if Hunter Biden breaks the law and we can't vote for Joe because of Hunter Biden, well, then Barron's a criminal too, and we can't vote for Donald. We're going to have to vote for, oh yeah, I guess we have to vote for Kamala Harris, right? It's crazy how circuitous all this conspiracy shit is, isn't it? It's fucking fabulous. Oh, God damn it. Vote how you want. I don't care. Anyway, ONDO, by the way, ripped up 30% on a big time correction. Now, look, here's the thing. It doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters to is a person who bought the dip. So if you bought this dip all the way down here at the dippy dip at 50 cents, or whatever number it came down to, 50.1 cents. If you bought it right there, then sure. At this point, you're up about 52% right now. But I mean, let's scroll back here. I sold it $1.07 over here a couple days ago. Again, don't tell Jay Chains. He still thinks I'm holding the bag. One day he doesn't really. I told him. I sold around 107. I was waiting for the dip. I actually wanted to get back in, and then all of a sudden the market started to collapse. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to sit on the sideline for just a little while and wait to see how this plays out. But this is a great opportunity for you to get back into ONDO. Now, let me tell you the problem with ONDO. If you don't, and you, by the way, you could like ONDO, because as a project, ONDO is still and maintains itself as I think a pretty valuable project. But let's face facts here. Has a billion market cap. The question is, will it go to 100 billion? And if it goes to 100 billion, then that's 100x from where it is right now. However, it should also be recognized here that it is incredibly difficult for something to do that has only 1.3 billion tokens in circulation with a total supply of 10 billion, because that would tell me that ONDO and these guys are probably going to continue dumping and diluting this pool. So the market cap right now is $1 billion. But if they sold half of their tokens right now and jacked up with you, and now there's 2.6, then the price of the token is going to go way down. So, we should be very careful with ONDO until we see a bit more of these tokens in the circulating supply. And can just consider that. And by the way, it doesn't mean that the price won't go up, doesn't mean they won't provide value for you, but it does mean that they control the price right now. And it's not good to see that happen. So be wary of ONDO if in fact you are invested in ONDO. Look for price appreciation, but it's going to be difficult because, again, it's already at $1 billion. Let me show you something that's not later on. API 3, 5-Ire, some of these other real world asset projects with a lot better upside, not from a technical standpoint, by the way, but from an emotional standpoint. You get in something at 200 million market cap is going to be far better if it has the same motivators behind it than $1 billion market cap. That's an extra 5x, which is exponential at the top end. So next, the Ronin Empire. By the way, did anybody see Roman Reigns show back up at SummerSlam? Good stuff. Good show. Ronin Network Bridge faces hack with $12 million Ethereum and USDC stolen. So I think it was 10 million. It was 10 million in ETH and 2 million in USDC that was stolen, according to PeckShield Alert, an on-chain analytics tracker. 2 suspicious transactions were detected on the Ronin bridge. The first transaction involved the movement of 3,996 ETH valued at 9.86 million, and the second transaction saw the shifting of nearly 2 million USDC. These transactions raised a total stolen amount to 12 million, prompting immediate action from the Ronin network. In response to the detected exploit, the Ronin bridge was promptly paused to prevent further losses. Alex Larson, who is the co-founder of Axie Infinity and Ronin, addressed the situation. He said that the bridge has been paused while we investigated a report from White Hats about a MEV exploit. We will follow up with more information shortly. The current bridge is secured with over 850 million, which is safe, but it was 867 or 862 a few hours ago. So the latest breach adds to a series of security incidents plaguing the Ronin network. I keep saying Roman. God damn it. All right, so let's talk about this one right here because Coinbase is saying right now that they think that a short squeeze could be on tap, and we might be, by the way, looking at it right now. So we could be seeing it play out because the market is now up $93 billion on the day. As you can see right here, we've had a nice little spike. Considering on the 1 hour chart, this is what it looks like right here. You know, we had a big move. We had a dump back down, and now we're catching a little bit of fire. Is this a positive correction for the market long term? It remains to be seen, but it's good for everything at this exact moment. So shout out to anybody who bought this dip because you're already looking in profit. So a short squeeze, market phenomenon in which an unexpected rise in the price of a heavily shorted stock prompts large numbers of short sellers to exit positions by buying the stock, thus driving the price up further. Could we be looking at right now, or did we just see a short squeeze because we had a bunch of people entering the market? You know, the people that come in late, when they come in late from the market during that dip, then you know the end result of coming in late is you buy, and then all of a sudden you get this big reversal. So if you just consider that we came down in this range here and got this opportunity as a buy in this range, and then all of the sudden you saw a bunch of people continuing to short right here. Well, the market then reversed and wiped those people out. So it looks like we're starting to see a little bit of these being liquidated. However, we don't have enough data yet, except to say 24-hour liquidations right now are down 76% on the day at 287 million. And you can look at the long and short ratio, stuff like that. You can look at liquidation, by the way, and you can see that the liquidation so far in the 1 hour is at 23 million in shorts were wrecked, 28 million, 24 hours, 164 million in shorts were wrecked, while 122 million were wrecked. So, you know, not that devastating. In the 12-hour, the longs have been taking it. So we'll see whether or not this all continues. By the way, while we're on this, let's go look at the flows here. You can see there's another enormous outflow of the Bitcoin ETFs. Now, there's a lot of money that came in, so we're still sitting way up compared to where we were before, but another outflow day, and it looks like there's a potential. It came down from 237 million down to 168 million, so that could be an indicator that there is a reversal, but I don't know for sure. You know, we're going to need a few more days to figure that out. But you can see here, one of the things that happened before we got into this run, just consider this. We had 40, then down to 30, back up to 50, back at 122, but we were seeing it kind of moving down, comes back up, then it goes down a lot, then it comes back up a little bit, and now it's way down. So it'll swing back around, I think, pretty soon. Over a couple days, we probably should see it. Now, this is just people exiting liquidity in the market because of the fears of a global recession. Now, is that valid and justified? Well, here's the funny thing. If it is, and it's valid and justified, cool. But $48 million came into the Ethereum ETF yesterday. What do you think is about to happen to Ethereum? Well, we've had a nice big dip, okay? Ethereum down to 2,518. And still outflows overall. However, it's getting better and better every day. First of all, when you looked at it originally, what you saw and remember, we about 3 weeks is what we need, right? 3 weeks of data. And we're, we're at like week 2 right now. So right here, we're at, we had the first day was a positive, then we had minus 133 million, 152 million, 162 million, 98 starts slowing down. Then we had a positive day, then we had another negative day, but not as bad. Then we had a good positive day, and we had a negative day, again, not as bad. And now we have another positive day, and it's the second highest positive day ever. The reversal, the trend reversal is in on Ethereum. So if you want to make an easy bag and you got a little bit of cash, then it is my opinion that we're going to see Ethereum do exactly what Bitcoin did. Now, remember, this move right here, this is what happened to Ethereum since the ETF from up here, right in this range right here. It's been dumping since the ETF. Now, what happened to Bitcoin? Bitcoin going back into January. This is where the ETF launched right here. And then what do we see? We saw this continued downside pressure. How long did it last? It lasted for 11 days, and then the reversal came in. And then it took about 20 days. It took about a month to get back to its previous price, and then it exploded, right? So if that is a testament to what is getting ready to happen to Ethereum, then at least consider that it'll take another 2 weeks to get back to its previous top right here at 3,800. Now, not the all-time high, by the way, but going back into this range. And then that's when the explosive move starts. And that's when we see a $5,000 Bitcoin by the end of this month. So you could be looking at this thing starting to play out very rapidly in real time. So if you haven't already, you might want to consider moving a little bit into Ethereum to make sure that you're getting just a little taste, just the taste of the action, if you will. So watch for the short squeeze to come. We could be looking at it right now. We could be looking at a correction off of it. Market's down to 80 billion. So, but a big move, a big upside move. Solana breaking out. DevvE is up 14% on the day. There's a lot of things that are up double digits on the day. So good day so far. But anyway, let's move on from that. And let's talk about DOOGLE. So DOOGLE is currently up about 110% on the day. It had just an absolute banger move here. Now, we stopped really talking about DOOGLE. We stopped really covering DOOGLE. We did a video, and then it started dumping. But somebody asked me, "Hey, what do you think? What's the opportunity right here?" And I was like, "Well, the narrative is still good. So it's a Matt Fury project. So if you buy on this dip, you're probably going to end up being rewarded. And guess what? It's up 100% on the day. So big shout out, big move on DOOGLE over the last. Let's look at it on the 1 hour chart so you can see how it actually just absolutely. And by the way, still respecting this channel, doing what I keep telling you that I think Saitama is going to do and what all these other tokens are going to do. It's coming down in this channel and it's coming near the top. What happens when it gets to the top? Probably going to come down a little bit more. But I mean, this is your sell signal, by the way. Doesn't mean it's not going to pump. But if it were me, this would be my sell signal. So shout out to DOOGLE for doogling it, whatever. Now on Monkey Shit MSI, one of the big things is that you just got a listing on BingX. So BingX has now listed Monkey Shit Inu. And if you come back to what we were talking about just a little while ago on Monkey Shit, I told you guys there was a buyback on Saturday. There was a $30,000 buyback. Now, after that $30,000 buyback, there was another further $70,000 buyback, and it was because they need supply. Why do they need supply? Well, there's obviously going to be a much bigger listing that's getting ready to come. And by the way, here's the post about it. Another $12,300 buyback as supply is needed for what's next. The market may scare you, but blood is what made MSI a reality. And continue to go down here, and you continue to see every time they make a big buy, they come in, they tell you, look, we're buying, we're creating more supply, and we're sending that supply somewhere, and you're going to get an announcement very soon. So one of the announcements was MSI listing Carnival, Monkey Shit Inu. That was 2 hours ago. Shared prize pool of 1.365 billion MSI, which is, I want to say, about $5,000 or $6,000 at this point. 5 winners, 3.4 million MSI giveaway each. There is a possibility here for another significant pump. You know what I mean? So there we go. And this, by the way, if you bought in the last 24, 48 hours, that's probably not what it's for. It's probably for the next big listing that's coming. And by the way, they did this 24 hours ago, but it was 17 hours ago where they said they just made a big buy. I think, yeah, 17 hours ago. They just bought back more because there's more going to somewhere. Now, MSI is up 40% on the day to 6,043. It's not broken back out yet. However, it is having a quick and fast recovery. So, I would suspect that over the next little while, we're going to see a new all-time high here. And I think I did see something where Pablo's goal 100 million market cap. So I think they're going to be looking for a 100 million market cap. So that's the goal. So about a 5x from where it is right now. 5x right now from where it is would be a pretty good move. And I don't know who they're being listed on. I don't know who's coming next. But I do know that you might now be the time to get super excited, because I look, they're consolidating up here at the top, and it's not. You did have this, what do you call it? The bearish divergence. You had that, maybe over here to here, but it's not really played out poorly, other than market makers. So let's see what happens over the next little while. But another pump seems to be coming. It seems to be in the cards for MSI. So if you haven't already, you might want to get a bag, because they continue to deliver. Now, speaking of delivering, now, the problem with Saitama right now is we don't really know what the catalyst is, but there are catalysts coming. We look at the chart right here. It's what I tell you. I think that it's going to move up into, it was going to possibly backtest, which is why we made this little thing here. Going to backtest this level right here, and it did. And then it's going to start to shoot up into this range here at around 3 cents. Well, now we're at 1.5 cents. We're up 70% on the day. It's the big mover for the day when you're looking at the stuff that we cover here. So up 70% on the day, a big move. Now, problem is it's going to be in this range right here. And when it's in this range right here, that's a lot of resistance. So it's going to have to break through where it's sitting right now. And look at this, when you kind of zoom in, because I'm telling you that it came all the way up to 1750-ish, and then it dumped all the way back down. Why? Because sellers are stepping in at this range right now. So we'll see whether or not this can reverse over the next hour or two and continue on to that 3 cent. Now, RSI looks kind of cooked on the 1 hour, so might be a little bit much to expect it to continue running. But within a couple of days, we are told that there's going to be some big announcements for Saitama on Sol, so you might see some pretty positive action. By the way, yesterday I told you at $3.13 you might want to get in on some Trump action because the MAGA token was probably going to rip. Well, guess what? $4.20 right now. That's for you, you fucking stoners. Also, pumping, PayPay is up 50% on the day. Based Brett is up 38%. Daddy token is up 29% to 60 cents. Remember, I bought $35 worth of Daddy token at like $1.10 or something like that, and it's now down to like $16. So get your shit together, Rodney. Come on, man. Anyway, Success Kit up 25%, GME up 24%, Milo up 21%. I told Milo people contacted me. I said I would do a video, but they were just like, "Hey, you do a video?" I'm like, "Yeah." They didn't send any Miro to me, so maybe we won't. DevvE is up 20% on the day. Pepe up 20%. And these are nice. But look, if you didn't buy the dip, doesn't mean anything. It just means that you're getting some of your money back. So, you know what I mean? Some of that value is down. Ben down about 5%. It's the only thing red in a green market right now. Coin is up. It looks like 10.5%. right now, having a nice little bit of a recovery. Again, I do think that, with a low market cap, with a low market cap, I think that's, we're getting ready to spike and bang off up here. So that would be a pretty big move to see happen. So it probably coming very, very soon. Just a matter of finding a few more people, few more investors. You know what I mean? You know the drill. So pay attention to what's going on. DevvE, there's a couple things for DevvE here. First of all, 1 million taunt is up for grabs. This is it. The taunt coin airdrop campaign is finally live. Start accumulating soul-bound tokens and engagement points that will give you access to your share of taunt. Join the campaign now. The app right here is at app.taunt.live and then airdrop. So if you want to get in on that, then click on it. Let's see what happens when we pop it up. I haven't looked at this, by the way, at all yet. So we're going to connect a wallet here, and let's see what happens when we connect it. Okay, so we're connected now. Welcome to the Taunt Airdrop, featuring up to 1 million USD in Taunt. This event is open to everyone, offering an incredible opportunity to participate for free and experience. Now the Taunt network is changing Web3 through Battle World, the UFC of the metaverse. Taunt Live and tokenized engagement for our dedicated Battle World NFT holders is even more to look forward to. Owners of Battle World digital collectibles, including Genesis Passes, Genesis Acolyte Warriors, and Black Magic Acolyte Warriors, will have a chance to earn additional rewards throughout the campaign. So we're in. We're going to earn some soul-bound tokens, and it looks like we're going to have to play now in order to do that. So let's see what the game looks like. God damn, we got to register an account. All right, Gmail. Let's just see what happens if we Gmail it. All right, so actually that was kind of painless. I've reached level 1. Let's continue. Enter the 200. All right, I don't want to do that right now. All right, so how did you all right, so all right, so now what are we doing here? You can claim some over here, level 2 requirements, daily play, coins that can be earned, Zcash, Matic, 1FR, and SHIB. Pipe Fair game challenges. There we go. Connect Telegram wallet for extra rewards. Destroy 50 tanks, a flare hit, a Pyro's Mining Rush, or a Pyro's Mining Rush over here. All right, so I guess this means we have to play the game. Tank Battle Royale. Let's see what it looks like. Actually, we're not going to have time to do this. Let's do this. We'll look at it real quick in the Unity engine right here. And Tank Battle Royale, we've seen this before. Like, we know exactly what this is here. And we want to see Battle World is what we're looking for, right? I guess they all might be part of it. So I'm going to have to learn more about it before we go any further. We'll just put a pin in this for right now. So we'll be looking for it. So anyway, if you guys want to go check it out, app Taunt Live airdrop, and you can start earning some taunt coin. By the way, I have 62,500 FIAS tokens, which are worth about $2,000 right now. And I still got them staked for a little while. So, try to earn more reward. So, it might be worth a lot more later on. We haven't even hit in my opinion, we haven't even hit the gaming portion of the market. Things like WAGME, stuff like that are still way, way, way down. Axie Infinity's not pumping anything up, So we still have a long time, or at least in my opinion, we have a long time before gaming really kicks it into high gear. So if you haven't already, go check out the Taunt token, do something there. And don't forget, we also have BitGet delisting. So if you have any DevvE tokens on BitGet, get them off, move them over to Gate.io, MEXC, Uniswap, or Bitpanda. BitGet only had $12,000 worth of volume, while the rest of these had over 50 to 100,000 in volume each. So it was not worth it to continue to maintain BitGet. So they've moved out of BitGet, and all of the liquidity and everything is being moved over to the DevvE exchange, which is going to be an AI exchange that will help you in your trading and everything like that, which will be available for testing, I think, sometime in the next 30 to 60 days if all things go right. So DevvE ecosystem constantly building, constantly expanding, constantly getting bigger and better. So fade at your own risk. Now let's talk about Luna Classic real quick. Luna Classic is having a nice little recovery, but it's only a recovery. There's a long way to go for Luna Classic, but it starts with getting into this range right here, which is the volume node, and then coming back up into this volume here, which is 301. I've unstaked all 10 million of my all nodes stake because I no longer trust them to make proper decisions, and I think that they're taking advantage of this ecosystem, and so I'm not going to stake with them anymore. I've withdrawn the stake, and now I'm just waiting to put it into with somebody out there who I think is going to be a little better. So we'll see who that is. I don't know who that is going to be yet, but when I know, I'll make a video about it, or it'll be in one of my LUNC videos. But if not, this is what I think is getting ready to happen. I do think that there's going to be a breakout here. It's going to have to break above this trend line right here, which has really become a sticking point. But it also has been consolidating it down into range. I would imagine if I look at Bollinger's, the Bollingers are getting tight around here. It's expanding right now because there's movement in the market. But Bollinger Bands are going to tighten up just a little bit. So, we'll see what happens from there. But Luna Classic, having a rough go of it right now. So there we go. All right. So in closing, liquidity is to the upside right now. So I would expect the market to pump a little bit. RSI is showing on the 24-hour that everything got a really strong bounce off of the buy zone. So when we look at the RSI, look at all the bouncing that's going on. Ethereum, probably a good buy at this low level. Everything right here is oversold by a lot. The first things that pumped are these up here, but all of this stuff came way down. So this was your buy zone. I hope you bought. The Ethereum ETF, all the ETFs are doing really good. And we're up to 96 billion in positivity for the market cap for today. Solana is currently at 146, having a nice little break back up to the 200 MA. We'll see if it doesn't get dunk off the 200 MA and then start to pump back up from there. So that's it. Trademaster Ninja down about 7% on the day. Looks like it got bought back up a little bit on this daily, but did come down along with the rest of the broader market. Still hasn't pumped back up. API 3 having a nice recovery. Same thing. MSI continuing to pump. Again, I think we'll probably see an all-time high on MSI later today or something like that. It seems like it's still getting ready to run. There's a lot of stuff in the market that's getting a nice little run. It's only a matter of time before something really breaks out. Like Trump right here, up 33% today off of that bottom when I gave it to you yesterday. And by the way, I didn't give you the whole thing. I only gave you from 313 to right now. And that is a 38% gain. But if you had caught this dip, you're already up 81%. So plenty of opportunity in this market. Find the projects. Find the projects that you like. Find the projects that put you in the best position. And then go for it. So that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. New ad here, but we got to pay the bills, right? Cryptonomy.finance is giving away $100,000 in Ethereum and $100,000 in Solana. Go to this X post and engage with it in order to get registered. You have to follow their Telegram, follow Cryptonomy on X, make a fixed staking deposit of at least 6 months. There's no amount given, but the winners could range from $100 to $10,000. So check it out today. Also, we now have a dark mode on Cryptonomy. So if you haven't, make sure you go check that out. Now, I told you guys before, I'm a big time fan of API 3. I think it's going to be one of the bangers. We're going to do this one for 6 months. And we're also going to make a deposit on ONDO. And again, we're going to do it for 6 months. That's a 32.46% yield. And now we're staked with more API, more ONDO. Guys, I can't stress enough, the market, get ready because there's something big getting ready to happen.